We're back with day 28 of Sharing a Bulletproof Truth, and I'm really glad to have you today because today we're going to tackle a really big question. The question is, does the type of injury you have matter? Okay, not the best writing here, but you understand this question pretty clearly, right? You've probably asked it yourself, right? You've probably asked yourself, does the type of injury I have matter? Does this specific ACL tear I have, grade 2, grade 1, meniscus tweak, tibial syndrome, whatever you have, actually matter? And the answer is yes and no. And today I want to actually get through this by making it really clear to you that, cool, obviously it matters. Obviously it matters what exactly you're dealing with, how severe it is, and the approach you're going to take to it. Obviously this matters, right? But why does it also not matter? Well, this is the big question we want to answer, right? And once you answer that question, it's going to become much, much clearer to you as well why the stuff you've been doing specifically for your specific pain that you've been dealing with, or non-specific pain, you don't know what it is, hasn't been working, right? Because the thing of saying, cool, it doesn't matter what condition you're dealing with, obviously is not just saying or disregarding any, specific medical conditions that need specific treatment. It's more so looking at basic human functions, right? Okay, if someone has an ACL tear, if someone has an ankle sprain, if someone has a hip strain, whatever, they all need to get to the same functionality of all these different areas if they want to go back to playing the sport they love, for example, right? If a person wants to go back to playing football, they have an ACL tear, obviously they need to make sure, okay, they regrow the tissue around the knee, they get it really strong, specifically, doing exercise that protect the ACL. Maybe they had a hamstring graft, okay, really focusing on the hamstrings as well. But eventually, even a person that has an ankle sprain still wants the knee to be strong, still wants the hamstrings to be strong and not weak, right? So in the end, what I'm saying is, no matter what medical condition you have right now, for you to actually be able to enjoy the sport you love again, you all need to get to the same place of having a body that is bulletproof, of having a body that every single thing is working like it should be working, right? And you're not having any weak links, or at least you're not ignoring the weak links, because you're always going to find, okay, this is weaker than this, so let me focus on that a little bit more now. And you can continuously build up over time. It's never really ending, but you need to actually address everything that could potentially still be holding you back in that position that you are right now, right? So when I'm saying, okay, it doesn't matter what medical condition you have, I'm talking about the ability that you can build up, for example, in that ACL tear joint, right? You had an ACL tear in your knee joint, cool. The ability we want to build up there is going to be the same ability that someone with a meniscus tear is going to build up, right? For example, we have Poliquin step-ups, we have ATG split squats, we have deep squats. We want to be incredibly strong isometrically. We want to have our feet strong, right? We want to have everything working so that we can optimize our body's functionality, right? Because in the end, the ACL tear wasn't the problem, right? It was what actually caused the ACL tear, which is maybe overuse, which is an ankle that's too weak, which is your decelerators not being strong enough. It can have a bunch of different reasons for you to have that ACL tear, or have that meniscus tear, or be struggling with that patella tendinopathy for years and years, right? Because you have specific weaknesses. So it's all about addressing all the weaknesses. And yeah, one person might have this weakness and the other person might have this weakness, but they still got to work on everything, right? And that's why your medical condition doesn't matter that much, or as much as you've been thinking. Yes, cool. This may be showing you, okay, cool, you have a specific problem in that area, but often it keeps people blind to everything else that's also, going on in their body. They think, okay, my knee, I had an ACL tear, okay, my knee is clearly the problem. I need to strengthen the muscles around the knee. But then they come to us and we see, okay, the ankles are extremely tight, no mobility there, no stability there. Or the hips, same thing, right? So it becomes dangerous just focusing on the medical condition and saying that's all that matters. It's actually not, right? What actually matters is where you want to go and what you need to be able to get there and actually stay there, right? And if it's playing the sport you love, if it's playing football, you can't just say, okay, you have this medical condition, that's the reason, because for everyone it's a different reason that actually got them there, right? That got that ACL there, that got that meniscus there. We can clearly see, you know, commonalities. Okay, usually people that have an ACL tear, they had this before, or usually people with an ankle sprain, they had an ankle sprain before, right? Once you have an ankle sprain, you're now almost 4 times more likely to have another one. All these things that people are studying and the research is coming out. What matters in the end though is how your body is functioning. That's really the goal of this video. So what I want to encourage you to do is start looking at everything, not just the medical condition you've been diagnosed with, right? Saying, okay, I got this issue, so what do I need to do for an ACL tear? No, what do you need to do for everything to be working right in the right way? Cool, yeah, strengthen your knee directly. That's what we're doing as well with people, right? But then actually make sure that your feet, your foundation, right? So many people miss it. The feet are just extremely weak. We're never really training them, even though we can clearly see, okay, athletes that are performing at a high level, they have the strength in their feet, they have this stiffness, positive stiffness in their ankle, this springiness, this elastic strength in their ankle that helps them to absorb forces, to perform better as well. And we can't ignore that, right? It begins at the feet, the ankles, and I'm showing, I'm you know, before someone comes here, recently I had a couple people tell me, oh, why are you not showing any workouts or whatever, you're talking so much. Yeah, I know I'm rambling here, but this is the goal of a YouTube video for me, right? On Instagram, the goal is to catch people's attention and make them realize, cool, there is actually a solution here. On YouTube, I want to have you realize more, understand more, and show practical solutions, right? I have workouts here, I have exercises that I'm showing. The goal of this video is more so to have you go and do your own research a little bit, right? I encourage you to actually understand, cool, I've had this medical condition. Actually, I'm not doomed to have this just, you know, oh, I'm the guy with an ACL tear, I'm always going to be that guy. No, you're perfectly, you know, normal human being that has an ACL tear, okay, but you can fix that, right? We've seen it to work over and over and over again, and that's why, cool, I'm not saying no medical condition matters. Obviously, you have an autoimmune disease, whatever, really, really bad stuff. I can't give you any advice on that, but ankles, knees, and hips, we've seen it hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times, that as you address all of these main joints in your lower body, you get them to function, you get the mobility, you got the strength, you got the plyometric ability, you build your connective tissue, right? The connective tissue dominance, wonders, right? Literally, it seems as, you know, like, oh no, that sounds too good to be true, but no, your body actually is amazing, right? It's to me, in my opinion, it's the most fascinating thing, right, that is out there, right? There's no machine that's functioning as you know, like we're literally, you know, billions of cells remodeling every single day, whatever. You know, there is so much your body can actually do and adapt to if you put it through the right things, through the right exercises, and you actually believe in it as well, and you're not leaving anything out or ignoring or simply not knowing about it, right? So this is for you. This is really hopefully opening your eyes to, okay, I'm not just doomed to have this medical condition. It does matter, but it's not the be all end all, right? And that's why we're able to help so many people, even though we're not medical experts and we can't claim to fix any medical conditions. We can address your ability in all areas of your body. What is your body able to do? Do you have that foot to glute connection, right? Is your connective tissue system working well, right? Are your muscles co-contracting like they should be? All that different stuff. Are you building up to elite standards? All that stuff we can take care of, and we know exactly what you need to actually then be able to play again, right? That's what we specialize in, getting you from where you are right now to actually be able to play again and stay there, right? So if you want our help with that, check out the first link here in the video description, and I'll hope to see you on day 29, right? We keep it rolling. See you the next time. Peace.